here's what Hartford's schedule is looking like. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas. And then on Thursday, they'll take on Chris Middleton.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Now the starting group for Hartford. They've got Turner. Edwards is out there with Johnson. Then there's Doncic, and it's Trent in at shooting guard. And for Indiana, they've got Sabonis. Halliburton is out there with White. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Ingram in at the 3. On the wing, Doncic trains it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for Hartford. Greg, the two words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. Here's Halliburton following the three-pointer by Hartford. To the middle.
You love the anticipation there. Made sure to box out, knew where the ball was going, and doesn't let anyone impede him from pulling in the glass.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's White.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Now let's find out what head coach Scott Brooks had to say to David Aldridge. D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. I asked him which part of their offensive scheme they feel confident in, and he said, no surprise, outside shooting. He told me our guys can flat out kill it from deep. So we're going to try to get that dialed up early on. We will see, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Now, here is Halliburton. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game. That's good from Halliburton. Good on both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Doncic outside. Floats one, and he lays it up and in. Doncic has got 5 now.
There is this fundamental confidence to what Luka does, and those difficult floaters, no problem.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now, here's Doncic. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Ingram outside. 52 seconds left to play here in the first. To the inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Passes it to Edwards. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Drills it from outside. Pacers trail by 7. Outside, White. Pass to Ingram. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple. Ingram's got his second basket of the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And that one drops.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Edwards against Ingram. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. From deep. And Hartford hits again from deep.
Hard to find any weakness in Doncic's offensive game. Boy, when this three-point shot is dropping, look out.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Hartford. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action after this word. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Hartford here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Hartford, they've got Edwards. Miles Turner out there with Johnson. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Trent in at the two-guard position.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
You know, two things happened there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Hartford. They lead by 4. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Pass to Halliburton. Doncic with the steal. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Halliburton. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's White, trailing here by 8. 6 to shoot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
And you look at Edwards. And I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Well, the assertiveness to his approach, Luka Doncic on the catch and shoot, easy.
Ingram passes to Sabonis, inside. And it's Halliburton missing. Hartford leading by 11. Over in the corner, Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Edwards got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Halliburton passes to Ingram. Hit the teardrop. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And the pass to Trent. Back to Doncic. No good on the shot. Nice D from Sabonis. Now, here is Halliburton. Edwards defending. Halliburton, that's good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the paint, here's Doncic. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Luka Doncic is in distinguished company because his game is so far advanced for his age.
Down low, Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Doncic with it. 16 points for him. Fires from deep. And Hartford hits again from deep.
We know this about Luka. This guy dangerous from anywhere on the floor. Such an effective.
And it's Hartford. Their lead at 15 going into the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He ended up with 19 points. And that does it for our half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Sabonis is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Halliburton. Then it's Ingram. And it's White in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
What a read from Domantas Sabonis. This guy's passing ability and vision is special.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Misses off the left iron. Pacers trail by 13. Here's Ingram. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Pacers have not yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Outside, White. Sabonis kicks to White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Hartford. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. That one goes in. Doncic has got 23.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Outside, White. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? The shot will not fall. And Hartford going the other way now. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Edwards, that's good.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Pacers trail by 19. It's White on the wing. Sabonis trying to get open.
Miles Turner with that length sends it back twice on the pipes. Miles.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And the Pacers call time here.
and looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Pacers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Halliburton passes to Sabonis. Now here's Ingram. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Ingram's got 6 in the quarter.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Hartford?
Out to Turner. Lots of room. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And Hartford leads by 20. Outside, White. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Sabonis, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Trent. White covering. Trent can't hit.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Five seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. For Indiana, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. 16 seconds left in the third. Doncic kicks to Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Hartford on top as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Hartford, Miles Turner out there with Johnson. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Trent in at the 2. Halliburton passes to Zubac. To the middle, here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
What a wonderful offensive talent this guy is. Ingram showing signs of what's to come.
Here's Trent. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now here's Ingram. Ingram drawing the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view, you've gotten a front court view, you've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
Passes to Trent. Now the dish to Turner. Sabonis grabs the board. Pacers trail by 19. Outside, White. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound, goes back up, and it's sent back by Turner. Doncic outside. The shot's good. Doncic has got 25 points in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Johnson with the block, and he's able to get it back. 5 to shoot. Ingram attacking. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Ingram missing, and it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. Hartford leading by 21. Here's Doncic. a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because I think they're on to something if we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Hartford.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Zubats. McDermott comes in for Domantas Sabonis. Martin's checked in for Ingram. And it's Lamb in there for White. Edwards dishes to Lopez. Here's Gafford. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And Hartford hits again from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Lamb against Edwards, but he gets it back. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Hartford. Pass to Lopez. There's the double team with Lamb. And the wide open shot from Avdia. Lopez kicks to Smith. Pass to Edwards. Avdia. And so it's Hartford with the win. To come into. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.